Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about Volatile and showcasing a handful of combos and setups with it that I find particularly useful in-game. Volatile is a stone all about control and chaos. It's extremely unpredictable and utilizes Explode, which can backfire severely. However, if you use it correctly and you control it, Volatile allows you to force your opponent into a position where they have no good options. Additionally, because Explode has knockback on structures, you can use it to control angles and ricochet shots, bounce objects, and even for some of the fastest movement in the game. Another benefit of Volatile is that because it's so unpredictable, it's very difficult for your opponents to gauge where your rocks are going to land, how fast they're going to go, and how fast you'll be going when you use some Volatile movement. Between that unpredictability and all those angles, it can be extremely stressful to fight a skilled Volatile user. A lot of players think that Volatile is actually broken or overpowered, and frankly, I can't disagree with them. Volatile is, most likely, the best stone in the game. The last thing Volatile has going for it is that it is excellent as a defensive stone. See, even a wall coming at you full speed can be easily stopped by a Volatile pillar or cube. You can't do anything with Volatile if you don't know any of the setups, though, so I'm going to show you a few. The first one on the list is the trampoline, which is very likely the simplest and most straightforward piece of Volatile tech in the game. To start off, you summon a wall, then explode and uppercut it. Next, summon another wall, and give it a kick straight. The closer that the kick and the straight are together, the further the wall will go. With a very quick kick straight, it goes pretty far forward. With a very slow kick straight, it barely moves at all. Here are a few trampolines close together. A standard trampoline, an optimal trampoline, a slow trampoline, and a very slow trampoline. Next up is what I like to call the cube bounce. To perform a cube bounce, you need to summon a cube, put explode on it, hold it, and dash jump. Next on the list, doesn't really require Volatile, but is one of my favorite moves to use with it. It's called a pulse rocket. To perform a pulse rocket, you simply summon a ball, ground and explode, hold it in your right hand. Summon another ball, and explode it, hold it in your right hand. It should not be grounded. Next, if you want, you can summon one more and explode that. Now, you have the ability to release a ridiculous amount of Volatile firepower at a moment's notice. You can use this to pummel an enemy who's hiding behind a wall, hiding behind a cube, spamming explode at you, etc. This gives you incredible control over combat, since now you'll be able to simply deny them any defense. To show how well this works, I've placed a pillar behind a wall. Imagine the pillar is a player, and I'm trying to get them away from the wall. I can use a simple 2-ball pulse rocket to push it into them extremely quickly. The next piece of tech we'll be looking at is the explosive ricochet. To perform an explosive ricochet, you'll need to kick uppercut an explosive cube away from yourself at an angle. Then you'll need a grounded ball, which you'll straight towards the cube. Now a standard ball straight will detonate the cube and send the grounded ball towards the enemy. That's a bad day for him. Using something like ball, uppercut, explode lets you litter the battlefield near your opponent and very slowly make it exceedingly difficult for them to do anything, since now they have these little landmines in their way that will constantly unground their structures and push them around. Now, as you can see, if I want to, I can trigger all these explosions very easily. Or, whenever my opponent is doing something, they could disrupt themselves. Lastly, when it comes to disruption, one more common tactic is disc parry explode, which will send a very slow, low disc at your enemy with Volatile on it. You don't need Volatile for this, but it is also an exceedingly effective method for setting landmines. Hey, so something I forgot to mention, I am not an explosive master. I'm actually pretty new, I'm just starting out, but if you want to see someone who really knows what they're doing, look at Bivin. His video, Explosion Wizard 6, just dropped. It's a clip montage of some of his gameplay. It's awesome. Go check it out. Also, something I forgot to mention, stuff like water bending, river sticks bending, and dead stops, which all rely on pushing something out of the way or stopping it in its tracks instead of letting it break, are excellent counters to Volatile and Explode. If you use them correctly, you can prevent an object from ever even breaking, which also prevents it from exploding. Well, that's all. Thank you for watching, thank you for putting up with my atrocious editing, and I'll see you around.